Have you ever wondered how much time you might really have left after turning 70? While no one has a crystal ball, science has uncovered some powerful clues hidden in your everyday health. From how fast you walk to how well you sleep, your body may already be telling you more than you think. In this article, we'll walk you through 7 simple yet proven health indicators that doctors and researchers say can help predict your longevity. These aren't guesses or gimmicks, they're backed by real data and decades of research. Whether you're feeling strong and active or starting to slow down, knowing what to look for can help you stay healthier, more independent, and even add more quality years to your life. Let's take a closer look at the signs, and what you can do about them starting today. It might surprise you, but one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live after 70 isn't found in a blood test or medical scan. It's in your walking speed. That's right. According to multiple studies, how fast you walk can be a powerful reflection of your overall health. Researchers have found that older adults who maintain a steady, brisk walking pace tend to live longer, stay more independent, and enjoy better brain and heart health compared to those who slow down or struggle to get around. Your walking speed is tied directly to muscle strength, balance, cardiovascular function, and even your nervous system, all key systems that need to stay strong as you age. Think about your daily routine. Do you walk confidently? Or do you find yourself taking smaller, slower steps? Do you get winded walking across a parking lot or climbing stairs? If you've noticed yourself slowing down over the past year, it may not just be normal aging. It could be your body's way of signaling a decline in strength or coordination. The good news? You can do something about it. Walking speed isn't fixed, just like a muscle. It can be improved with consistent effort. Regular walking, even just 15 to 30 minutes a day, can help maintain mobility, reduce the risk of falls, and support heart health. Adding light leg exercises or using resistance bands can also help build the muscles that support steady movement. Try this simple test at home. Walk at your usual pace for 10 feet and have someone time you. If it takes longer than about 6 to 7 seconds, it may be time to speak with your doctor or start a simple walking program. Don't wait for a major health scare to remind you that movement matters. The sooner you take action, the better your chances of preserving your independence and quality of life. After all, how you move through the world says a lot about how long, and how well, you'll be able to keep moving forward. You may not think twice about how strong your handshake is, but it turns out your grip strength could be one of the most important clues to your overall health and longevity. In fact, researchers have found that grip strength is a surprisingly accurate indicator of how well your body is aging. A strong grip suggests healthy muscles, good circulation, and a well-functioning nervous system. On the other hand, a weak or weakening grip might point to declining muscle mass, frailty, and even a higher risk of chronic illness or early mortality. Imagine 2 men, both 78 years old. Robert still has a firm, steady handshake. He opens jars with ease, carries groceries without help, and does light weightlifting a few times a week. Then there's Walter, who started noticing that opening a bottle cap or lifting a grocery bag feels harder than it used to. He brushed it off as normal aging, but that weakening grip could be a red flag that his muscles are losing strength and that he may be more prone to falls, injuries, or slower recovery from illness. The reason grip strength matters so much is because it reflects the health of your entire muscular system. If your hands are losing strength, chances are the rest of your body is too. And once muscle loss begins, it becomes harder to stay active, independent, and resilient, especially after 70. The good news? Grip strength can be improved. Simple exercises like squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, or carrying light hand weights during short walks can make a big difference over time. You don't need a gym membership to start, just consistency and awareness. Take a moment to reflect. Have you noticed your hands tiring more easily? Does your grip feel weaker than it did just a few years ago? Don't ignore these small signs. They might be your body's quiet way of telling you it's time to rebuild strength. Because how well you hold on to things today, whether it's a bag of groceries or a loved one's hand, could be a sign of how well you'll hold on to life in the years ahead. As we get older, balance becomes something we rarely think about, until it starts to slip away. But here's a powerful truth: your ability to balance, especially something as simple as standing on one leg for 10 seconds, can be a strong indicator of how long you'll live. Surprised? You're not alone. Yet studies consistently show that seniors who maintain good balance into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer, healthier lives. Why is balance such a big deal? Because it's not just about avoiding falls. It reflects how well your muscles, brain, nerves, and inner ear are working together. When one of those systems begins to weaken, your balance is usually one of the first things to change. Let's look at two women, both in their early 70s. Carol has always enjoyed staying active. She practices yoga, walks daily, and can lift one foot off the ground and hold steady for 10 seconds or more. Nancy, on the other hand, hasn't paid much attention to balance. She finds herself grabbing onto furniture more often, especially when getting dressed or turning quickly. When she tries to stand on one leg, she wobbles immediately and needs support. What Nancy doesn't realize is that this isn't just an inconvenience, it could be her body's way of warning her about muscle weakness, joint instability, or even early neurological issues. Poor balance increases the risk of falling. And for seniors, even one fall can lead to serious injuries like hip fractures, head trauma, or long recovery periods. But beyond the physical dangers, losing balance can also affect confidence. Many older adults begin to limit their activities out of fear of falling, which leads to less movement, weaker muscles, and further loss of independence, a difficult cycle to break. The good news? Like walking speed and grip strength, balance is something you can improve. Simple daily exercises such as standing on one leg while brushing your teeth, walking heel to toe across the room, or doing light Tai Chi or yoga can strengthen the muscles and coordination needed for stability. Even 5 minutes a day can make a noticeable difference over time. Try this. Stand up and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold the position for at least 10 seconds without holding onto anything? If that feels difficult or impossible, don't feel discouraged, but don't ignore it either. This is a valuable checkpoint. Your body is giving you important feedback, and the sooner you respond, the more you can strengthen your foundation. Because at the end of the day, staying upright is about more than just balance. It's about staying active, independent, and confident in every step you take. Improving your balance today could be one of the most important things you do for your future. When you think about aging well, you probably consider exercise, diet, and regular checkups, but there's one powerful, and often overlooked, indicator of how long you may live: your sleep. Yes, something as routine as how well you rest each night can offer surprising insight into your long-term health. After age 70, your body relies even more on deep, restorative sleep. It's during sleep that your brain clears out toxins, your heart gets a break, your immune system recharges, and your body repairs itself. In fact, researchers have found that people over 70 who maintain consistent, high-quality sleep tend to live longer, stay mentally sharp, and experience fewer chronic illnesses. Let's look at two examples. Henry, 75, goes to bed around the same time each night, avoids screens before sleep, and gets about 7 hours of quality rest. He wakes up feeling alert and ready for the day. In contrast, Bill, also 75, tosses and turns at night, wakes up frequently, and often feels exhausted in the morning. Over time, that poor sleep takes a toll. He becomes more forgetful, his blood pressure creeps up, and he feels too tired to stay active or social. Sleep problems at this age aren't just frustrating, they're red flags. Frequent waking, restlessness, and daytime fatigue could be signs of sleep apnea, depression, or even early cognitive decline. Ignoring these issues can lead to a downward spiral of poor health, increased fall risk, and reduced quality of life. The good news? Sleep is something you can improve, often without medication. Start by setting a regular bedtime and wake time. Even on weekends, limit caffeine and alcohol late in the day. Get some morning sunlight and light physical activity to help reset your body's internal clock. Avoid large meals before bed. And keep your bedroom cool and dark. Around 65 degrees Fahrenheit is ideal for most seniors. If you're still waking up tired or struggling to sleep through the night, it may be time to talk to your doctor. Quality sleep isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for longevity. When your sleep improves, everything else follows: your memory, energy, mood, and even your ability to stay independent. So tonight, pay attention to how you sleep. That quiet time in the dark may be one of the loudest messages your body sends about your future. And the better you rest now, the longer and healthier your tomorrows may be. As we age, it's easy to think that a smaller appetite or eating less is just a normal part of getting older. But after 70, changes in your appetite or eating habits can actually be an important sign of your overall health, and even how long you may live. Your body needs fuel to function. It relies on nutrients from food to maintain muscle strength, support your immune system, and keep your energy levels stable. When you start eating less, especially without meaning to, it can be a warning that something deeper is going on. Let's take a look at Margaret and Susan. Both 74. Margaret still enjoys preparing her own meals. She eats a colorful variety of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Her appetite is strong, and her weight has remained steady for years. She feels energized, mobile, and sharp-minded. Susan, on the other hand, has slowly lost interest in food. She says she just doesn't feel hungry anymore. She skips meals, often snacks on processed foods, and has unintentionally lost weight over the past few months. What she doesn't realize is that her declining appetite could be a signal, one that her body isn't absorbing nutrients properly, or that there might be underlying health issues like digestive problems, depression, or even early cognitive decline. Appetite loss in older adults is more than just a change in preference. It can lead to muscle loss, called sarcopenia, weakness, frailty, and a greater risk of falls or illness. When you're not eating enough protein, vitamins, and healthy fats, your body starts to break down, not just physically, but mentally too. So how can you stay on track? First, listen to your body. If you're feeling full quickly, losing weight without trying, or no longer enjoying food, talk to your doctor. These could be signs that something needs attention. Second, focus on nutrient-dense foods. That means meals rich in protein, like eggs, fish, beans, or chicken, fiber, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats, like avocado, olive oil, or nuts. Avoid relying on sugary snacks or processed meals, which might be convenient but offer little nutrition. If cooking feels like a chore, consider meal delivery services designed for seniors, or ask a family member to help batch cook meals for the week. Eat in a pleasant environment, at the table, not in front of the TV, and try to share meals with others whenever possible. Eating is also a social activity, and loneliness can contribute to poor appetite. Staying well nourished after 70 doesn't just help you feel better, it helps you stay stronger, more independent, and more resilient to illness. Your appetite is a window into your health, and maintaining healthy eating habits could be one of the most powerful ways to extend both the quantity and quality of your years at any age. Stress is a part of life, but after 70, how you manage stress becomes more important than ever. It's not just about staying calm or keeping a positive attitude. Your ability to handle stress directly impacts your physical health, emotional well-being, and even your longevity. As we grow older, our bodies become more sensitive to the effects of stress. Chronic stress can lead to inflammation, high blood pressure, weakened immunity, poor sleep, and even memory problems. Research shows that people who don't manage stress well are more likely to experience heart disease, depression, anxiety, and age-related cognitive decline. Let's compare two men, John and Richard, both 76 years old. John faces plenty of everyday challenges, medical appointments, financial decisions, and family concerns, but he has developed healthy coping habits. He practices deep breathing, talks to close friends, and spends time gardening, which brings him peace. When life gets overwhelming, he focuses on what he can control and lets go of what he can't. Richard, on the other hand, feels weighed down by the same kinds of stress. He often feels anxious, replays worries in his head, and finds it hard to sleep at night. He feels tense most days and doesn't know how to relax. Over time, his blood pressure has crept up, his energy has dropped, and his doctor has warned him that his heart is under more strain. The difference between John and Richard isn't about luck, it's about stress response. People like John, who know how to manage stress effectively, tend to stay healthier and live longer. Their bodies don't stay in a constant state of fight or flight, which can damage organs and suppress healing. So how can you improve your ability to cope with stress after 70? Start by identifying your stress triggers. Is it financial pressure, health concerns, Loneliness? Once you recognize what's stressing you out, you can take steps to address it. Next, try simple tools to calm your body and mind. Deep breathing, meditation, light stretching, or even prayer can help slow your heart rate and reduce anxiety. Gentle physical activity, like walking, yoga, or Tai Chi, not only boosts your mood but also lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. Stay connected. Socializing, even in small doses, reduces feelings of isolation and helps you gain perspective. Talk to someone you trust, whether it's a family member, friend, or therapist. Sometimes just sharing your thoughts can relieve a heavy emotional load. Create a relaxing daily routine. Limit your exposure to upsetting news. Avoid too much caffeine, and make time for hobbies that bring you joy. Whether it's knitting, playing music, or simply sitting on the porch with a cup of tea, these quiet moments of peace matter more than you think. Lastly, remember this. Managing stress doesn't mean eliminating all problems. It means learning how to face challenges without letting them consume you. That mindset, resilient, balanced, and hopeful, is one of the strongest predictors of a long, fulfilling life. In your 70s and beyond, your emotional health is just as important as your physical health. So the next time life feels heavy, take a deep breath and remind yourself, you have the power to protect your future by how you choose to handle today after the age of 70. Many people worry about their health, memory, and physical strength, but one of the most powerful indicators of how long you'll live may have nothing to do with your medical chart. It's your relationships. Yes, the strength of your social connections, your friends, family, and community, can significantly impact your health, happiness, and longevity. Research has consistently shown that seniors who remain socially active tend to live longer, healthier lives. In fact, loneliness has been linked to a higher risk of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even premature death. The effects of chronic isolation on the body are comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's how serious it is. Let's meet Eleanor and Barbara, both 78 years old. Eleanor still keeps in touch with old friends from her church group, attends a weekly book club, and calls her grandchildren regularly. She laughs often, stays mentally engaged, and feels a sense of purpose each day. Her mind is sharp, and her doctors say she's in excellent health for her age. Barbara, however, has gradually withdrawn from others. Some of her friends have passed away, and she's hesitant to reach out to her children, worrying she might be a burden. Most days, she watches TV alone. She rarely speaks to anyone face to face. Over time, her mood has dropped, her memory has become foggy, and her health is starting to decline. This isn't just a coincidence, it's biology. Human beings are wired for connection. When you engage with others, your brain stays active. Social interaction helps reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and release feel-good chemicals like oxytocin and serotonin. In contrast, loneliness increases stress hormones like cortisol, which weakens the immune system and speeds up aging. So what can you do to stay connected, even if you live alone? Start small. Reach out to an old friend with a phone call or handwritten note. Join a local senior center or community class, even online ones if mobility is an issue. Volunteer a few hours a week at your library, place of worship, or food bank. These activities don't just fill your time, They give your life meaning. Don't underestimate the power of routine conversations. A short chat with a neighbor, a friendly hello at the grocery store, or regular check-ins with family can brighten your mood and lift your spirit. If you're feeling lonely, speak up. Chances are someone else's too. Technology can also help bridge the gap. Learning to use a smartphone or tablet for video calls, texting, or virtual classes can open up a whole new world of connection, without ever leaving home. In the end, what matters isn't the number of people around you, but the quality of your connections. Feeling seen, heard, and valued gives your life depth and warmth. And that emotional well-being translates into real, physical health benefits. So don't let age become a reason to isolate. Your friendships, your laughter, your conversations, they're not just enjoyable. They're life-extending. Because at any age, especially after 70, staying socially connected isn't just good for the soul. It may be one of the best things you can do for your body and your future. Growing older is a privilege. But how we age is shaped by the choices we make each day. As you've seen, these 7 signs, your walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep, appetite, stress response, and social connections, aren't just random facts. They are powerful indicators of how well your body and mind are holding up. And how many meaningful, independent years may still lie ahead. But here's the most important part. It's never too late to make a change. Whether it's taking a short walk each morning, calling an old friend, or making sleep a true priority, even small steps can lead to big improvements in your health, confidence, and quality of life. You deserve to feel strong, connected, and in control at any age. So take a moment to reflect. Which of these signs do you see in yourself? And what will you do today to protect your tomorrow? If you found this video helpful, please click like to let us know. And subscribe to our channel for more content created especially for older adults who want to live well. Stay informed, and age with dignity and strength. Your journey matters, your voice matters, and we're here to walk with you every step of the way. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.